So control is important because it makes things happen to start with. But if you rely too much on the plan and if you try to force perfection, your creativity can droop and fail. So the best analogy I can give is of birth. Optimum creativity is like a birth. It needs a plan, it needs foreknowledge, but it needs time, no pressure, and an unexplainable force of nature. So of course, time and having no pressure, these are things that we do have in client work naturally, because a client is waiting for us to do what we do and wants us ultimately to deliver the goods as we have pre-visualized to them. But notice that I'm talking about optimum creativity. So I'm not necessarily saying that every client shoot you're ever going to do is going to allow for your optimum creativity, because you have those constraints put upon you, which sometimes can actually bring out the best of you if you've got that deadline and you've got that situation where you've got to make it work. But when it comes to work that you don't create necessarily for someone, or just thinking hypothetically about the spark of passion in you that can lead to commercial work, optimum creativity is best when you can kind of give yourself that, that time to wait for that unexplainable force of nature to intervene. So a good example is this picture here that you see, Storm Door, which is one of the earliest pictures that I created as part of my surreal fashion series. And it was one of the first pictures where I even became inclined to merge a photo with a painting in this case. So I'd taken a photo of the woman standing by the door, and I'd taken a photo of the painting. I didn't take the photo with intention of doing anything with it. I just liked the painting of the ships, and I just wanted to take a photo of it. So it was a very instinctive thing to do. It wasn't something where I knew what I was doing. And then I found myself putting one on top of the other in Photoshop and finding this synergy between them that was really surprising to me. And when I was talking earlier about that excitement that you get when you make something and you're not quite sure, where it's going to go, but you get that excitement, you get in the moment, that unexplainable force, that's what I'm talking about. That allowed for my optimum creativity with this particular picture, which was not created for a client, actually from a workshop, this picture, in a stately home. And so it was something I was free to play with myself, and that allowed for the best to come out of me.